Hermans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lied and stole and talked dirty and smoked cigars, even the girls, and cussed their teachers and hit little kids and took the name of the Lord in vain and set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken-down tool house.
And that's not all. Somebody sent 5 dozen donuts to the firemen, and the Hermans ate them all. What they couldn't eat, they stuffed down their pockets and down the front of their shirt. And they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi Waddle's favorite turtle. So now she can't bring it to the YMCA pet show. Her mother won't let her. What's the word? And that's not all. They did it in fluorescent pink. So when you can't even see the turtle, you could still see the word. And they put a whole bunch of tadpoles in the school drinking fountain. Mrs. Vaughn swallowed 1 or 2 by mistake, and someone yelled, "Mildred, stop! You're drinking tadpoles!" But it was too late. Did she get sick? Not right away.
There were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Claude, Ollie, and Gladys. And they went through the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. They went around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up and wounding kids, so it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place. Down a prayer, we down a prayer, because there are no hurt men there. But Jesus loves us as they say, because he keeps them miles away. That's my little brother Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what was his favorite thing about church. Charlie said, "No herdmans." That made the teacher mad because all the other kids said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No herdmans. I don't care what everybody else says. That's what they really thought. All that other stuff is okay, but the main good thing about church is the Hermans aren't there, ever.
Well, that's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Oh, it's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one, Leroy?
They're all the worst one. Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets you. That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's mean, and she bites.
Sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well, tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Well, everybody's in it. Just think how I'd feel on Christmas Eve if my own kids weren't in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well, actually, I didn't plan to go this year. You know how crowded it always is, and they can use my seat. I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, and relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
Oh, there'll be something different this year.
What?
Charlie will be wearing your bathrobe.
Grace, you just thought that up.
Why don't you be Joseph? Elmer Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elmer's sick of being Joseph all the time just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph. Nobody wants to be in it.
What are you going to be this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
From what I've heard in the past, that isn't a serious drawback. Away in a manger always sounds to me like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir? Bed sheets. Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or a bed sheet. Come on, let's go watch some TV.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong always works very hard to make it a lovely experience for everyone.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
They're right, of course. She directs the Christmas pageant, she's in charge of the potluck supper, and she's chairman of the bazaar. You know, I think Helen would even preach a sermon if somebody'd let her.
Now, is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes.
Then maybe she'll try to manage the hospital, because that's where she is. I saw George at the drugstore, and he told me his wife broke her leg this morning. She'll be in traction for 2 weeks, laid up until the 1st of the year.
The 1st of the year? Well, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas.
Well, she's in charge of the pageant, and she's in charge of the bazaar. Oh, goodness, I do feel bad for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?
Oh, all right, Edna. I'll do the Christmas bazaar if you'll do the potluck dinner. Oh, but what in the world are we going to do about the Christmas pageant unless... Oh, how about Grace?
Oh, I just can't, Edna. I'll have company all Christmas week. How about Grace?
Hello?
Grace! Bob,
What?
I have to direct the Christmas pageant.
Does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't what you'd call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. It's always the same old Christmas story, and the same old carols, and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a chance. Here's what I do. I always start with Mary. I tell them, we must choose our Mary carefully because she was the mother of Jesus.
I know that, Helen.
Yes. And then I tell them about Joseph, that he was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I handle that. Frankly, I don't spend too much time on Joseph because it's always Elmer Hopkins and he knows all about Mary and Joseph.
I thought Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction? What do you think traction is? Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. In case we do get to eat tonight, Beth, would you mind setting the table? We'll need salt and pepper and napkins.
Okay.
But I do tell them about the wise men and the shepherds and how important they are. And I tell them there are no small parts, only small actors. Remind the angel choir not to stare at the audience. And don't let them wear earrings. And tell them not to wear clunky shoes or high heels. And Grace, I hope you don't have too many baby angels, because they'll be your biggest problem.
Is anyone here hungry?
I am. Leroy Herdman stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop him? Where's the chicken?
Grace, where's the chicken?
Still in the oven.
I'll get it.
You'll need someone to push the baby angels on, Grace. Otherwise, they get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that, and he could keep an eye on the shepherds, too. And Grace, don't use just anyone's baby for Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get two. That way, if one gets fussy, you can always switch them. Another thing about the angel choir, don't let them wear lipstick. They think because it's a play
At my door, Helen. I've got to go.
that they have to wear lipstick, but it looks terrible. So tell them that they can't wear
I'll talk to you later.
lipstick.
Bye-bye. Yes, I'm coming.
Lady, can you get me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's you.
I was lonely at the table.
Well, now, maybe Helen's lonely at the hospital.
Not as long as the telephones are working.
I bet she told you. No small parts, only small actors. What about getting someone to shove the baby angels on and make the shepherds shut up?
Yes. She suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said Mrs. Armstrong was stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think up problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, Mother didn't count on the Herdmans. That was Charlie's fault. Hey, Leroy, you give back my lunch. Sure, kid. Here. dessert. You know what? I don't care if you steal my dessert. I'll even give you my dessert. I get all the dessert I want in Sunday school.
Oh, yeah? What kind of dessert?
All kinds. Chocolate cake, and candy bars, and cookies, and Twinkies, and big rolls. We get all our refreshments all the time, all we want.
You're a liar.
And ice cream, and donuts, and cupcakes.
Who gives it to you?
The minister.
Why, is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
Sunday school, huh? Hey, Ralph!
That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, the very next Sunday, there they were in Sunday school, just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
Hey, Alice! What's a pageant?
It's a play.
Like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
Beth, Charlie, you and David come on over here. All right. Today, we're going to decide who's going to play the main roles in our Christmas pageant. Of course, everyone has an important part to play. As Mrs. Armstrong always says, there are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what she always says?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Oh, you don't know what it means?
I know what it means. It means the short kids have to be in the front row of the angel choir, or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. What it really means is that even the smallest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means the short kids have to be in the front row.
Everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. All right, now is everyone here? Doris, would you run out in the hall and make sure everybody's come in?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, you little kids will be our baby angels, so remind your parents that you'll need to bring bed sheets to wear. And our angel choir will need bed sheets too. And oh my. Oh my. Well, everyone make room for the Herdmans. Well, now, where's Doris?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Oh, well, did she say she was sick?
All I did was I just said, "Hi, Doris," and she just left.
I see. Well, you other kids all remind her about practices. It's going to be the next 4 Wednesdays after school, and I want you all to be here.
What if we get sick?
Oh, you won't get sick. Of course, Mary and Joseph need to be here for every practice.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Doris got sick, and we haven't even started yet.
Well, now we don't know that Doris got sick. Right now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about Mary. We all know what kind of person Mary was. She was quiet and kind and loving, and I think the girl who plays this part should be just that kind of girl. Now, do we have any volunteers? Imogene, did you have a question?
No! I want to be Mary. And Ralph, he wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right! I want to be Joseph.
I see. Well, I'll just make a list of all of our volunteers, and then we'll all decide together who wants to play these parts, all right? Now, Ralph Herdman has volunteered to be Joseph. Do we have any more volunteers? Elmer, did you want to be Joseph?
No.
Oh. Well, anyone, just raise your hands. How about some of you shepherds? No. Very well. Ralph Herdman will be Joseph. And Imogene has volunteered to be Mary. Anyone else want to volunteer? Maxine? Janet?
No.
Alice, would you like to volunteer to be Mary?
No, I don't want to. I'll be married.
Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You be a wise man.
Well, now, our wise men are usually boys. Of course, we could.
Hey! I'll be a wise man.
Me too. Claude, do you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand. What's a wise man? Just raise your hand. What's left to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
Well, it's the angel of the Lord who comes to the shepherds. Yes, we do have a volunteer. Hobie, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say I can't be a shepherd. I'm going to Philadelphia.
Well, now, why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered.
I see.
My mother doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She said, you don't be a shepherd. I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Now sit down. What is the matter with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Oh, Gladys isn't going to hit anybody. The angel of the Lord just visits the shepherds in the fields and tells them about Jesus.
And hits them.
Now, Elmer, that's ridiculous. I don't want to hear any more out of any of you. No shepherds may quit or get sick. Now, that's enough for today. We can all go. Oh, but I want to see you here for your practices on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Alice, what is the matter with you? Why are you married? I thought you were. Oh, my.
Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know. I didn't dare raise my hand. Maybe would not kill me. She said, I'm going to be marrying this plane if you raise your hand or open your mouth if you wish you didn't. And I said, I'm always marrying this Christmas pageant. And she said, fine, go ahead then. And next spring when the pussy willows come out, I'll stick a pussy willow so far down your ear that nobody can reach it. It'll sprout there and grow and grow. And you'll spend the rest of your life with a pussy willow bush growing out of your ear. You know she wouldn't do that. Oh, she would too. Herdmans would do anything. You just watch. They'll do something terrible and win this whole play. It's all your mother's fault.
Jane, Edna McCarthy here. Did you hear about the... Well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else could all 6 of them end up in the pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Vera, Irma Slocum, I just found out Imogene Herdman is going to play Mary in the Christmas pageant. I think... Oh, is that a fact? All 6 of them? Well, Vera, I live next door to that outfit, and I'd rather live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogene Herdman. What kind of a child is that to be playing Mary, the mother of Jesus? Where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know? Oh, he was out visiting shut-ins. Well, I'm a shut-in, and he wasn't visiting me.
I said, why don't you let them pass out programs or something? But Grace said we don't have programs at the Christmas pageant. So I said,
Better nail down the church and lock up the silver service and hide the collection plates before they clean them out.
What was the matter with Grace? Couldn't she have sent them away? Told them to go home? Oh, I feel responsible. If I had been up and around, this never would have happened.
If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Well, let me tell you.
Now, don't tell me. I'm on your side. The car's over there.
Now, Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can run a pageant. I made up my mind just to do the best I could under the circumstances, but now I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm doing it with the Herdmans. I mean, after all, they raised their hands when no one else would. And I don't care.
Good for you, Grace. The car's over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does this mean...
Yes, you have to go. All right now, children. The inn will be back here off stage, and then the shepherds will all come in, and they'll gather around the manger.
Where'd all
right
the
here.
shepherds come from anyway?
What's an inn? It's like a motel where people go to spend the night. What people? Jesus?
Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there.
Why? To pay their taxes. At a motel.
Shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up. I want to hear. Now start from the beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Well, Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. You've never heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, it's very important that you know it. After all, that's what this pageant is all about. So I'll just read it to you.
I don't believe that, do you? That they never heard the Christmas story?
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is, and they never went to church in their whole life. Till you're done, brother. Told them we got refreshments. Now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
All right now. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with Mary his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant! She was pregnant!
Now we all know that Mary was pregnant. And it came to pass while they were there that the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
Well, she was.
I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I'm not even supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
My gosh! They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew that the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? Why didn't Joseph tell them? Her pregnant and everything. Yeah, and what's a manger?
Well, Mary didn't have a bed for the baby, so in the barn, so she had to use something else. What would you do if you had a new baby and no bed to put it in?
We put Gladys in a dresser drawer.
Oh. Well, you see, you didn't have a bed for Gladys, so you used whatever you could.
Oh, we had a bed, only Ollie was still in it, and she wouldn't get out. She didn't like Gladys. Remember how you didn't like Gladys? That was pretty smart of Ollie, not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Anyway, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What were the wadded-up clothes?
What?
It said in there she wrapped him in wadded-up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. They used to wrap babies up very tightly in large pieces of material to keep them nice and
You
cozy.
mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare?
The child workers in our house. Every 5 minutes.
There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem.
I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord...
Shazam! Out of the black night with the horrible vengeance. The mighty marvel.
Gladys, I don't know what you're talking about.
The mighty marvel in Amazing Comics. Out of the black night with the horrible vengeance.
Gladys, this is the angel of the Lord who comes to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night, right?
Well, in a way.
Shazam!
Now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
They were special things, spices and precious oil.
Oil? What kind of a present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare. Were they the welfare? You know, the wise men?
Well, they were kings, and they were...
It's about
find Jesus and have him put to death.
My gosh! He just got born! They're gonna kill a baby?
Who's Herod in this play?
Herod isn't in the play.
He's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play! Well, somebody better be Herod. Charlie, when they could kiss Herod, and they say, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king and all. But they don't do it, and they go and get Herod. Ha ha!
I'm not going to be Herod.
Nobody's going to be Herod.
No, Joseph gets the shepherd's skin and they go wipe out Herod. They're going to put one in. And it's going to be me and I get killed.
Forget about Herod. There's no Herod.
And I had to wait the baby till the fight's over.
Somebody ought to fix the innkeeper. Gladys, you wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel.
Oh, Gladys. You will try and remember that, won't you? We can all go now. I think that's enough.
Well, I wouldn't just hang around out in the barn. I'd get a room.
She said there wasn't any room.
Then I'd throw somebody out. I'd tell them I've got this baby, and it's in the middle of winter, so either get out or move over.
I'll go for Herod. I'd send an angel after him. She could just point her electric finger and turn him into a pile of ashes.
Yeah! That! What's the name play? She never said.
Christmas pageant.
That's no name. That's what it is. I know a name. I caught Revenge at Bethlehem.
Revenge at Bethlehem? The Herdmans thought the Christmas story came right out of the FBI files. At least they picked out the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gang up on and not the baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus quit the pageant anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum said she wasn't going to let Imogene Herdman get her hands on him. So we didn't have a baby Jesus, and that bothered my mother. She kept trying to scratch up a baby, even at the last rehearsal. What do you keep writing in that book?
It's like a diary.
It is not. It's all about the Herdmans. Imogene curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys Herdman drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care. She drinks it. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. They still too. If you shake the birthday bank, it doesn't make a sound because they stole all the pennies out of it. If you go in the ladies' room, the whole air is blue. And Imogene Herdman is sitting there in Mary's costume smoking cigars.
And you wrote all this down? What for?
For my mother and Reverend Hopkins and the Lady Aid Society and anybody else who wants to know what happened when this whole Christmas pageant turns out to be a big mess.
All right, children, let's settle down. This is our last rehearsal.
Grace, I just wanted to let you know we're in the kitchen baking some applesauce cake. Well, try not to bother you. Oh, I guess this is your dress rehearsal?
Oh, well, it's supposed to be. Listen, Edna, didn't I hear that your niece just had a new baby about a month or so ago? A little girl?
Oh, yes, she's about 5 weeks old and she's just adorable.
Well, listen, what do you think if I call your niece up and ask her if maybe we can borrow the baby and use it for the...
Grace! No! I could make up some lie, tell you the baby was sick or cranky or something like that. But the truth is she's perfectly healthy and happy and beautiful. And we all want her to stay that way. So we're certainly not going to turn her over to Imogene Herdman. Sorry, Grace.
Mrs. Bradley, can you smile, little brother, for Jesus?
Well, David, I didn't know you had a new baby.
He's not new. He's 4 years old. He's double jointed. He could probably scrunch up.
I'll get us a baby.
How can you do that?
There's always 2 or 3 baby carriages outside the supermarket. I'll get one of them.
Oh, Imogene, you can't just walk off with somebody's baby. Well, let's just forget about the baby. We'll use a doll.
Yeah, that's better anyway. A the dog can't bite you.
Oh, and Imogene, you know, Mary didn't wear earrings.
I have to wait. I got my ears picked, and if I don't keep something in them, they'll grow together.
Well, I don't think they're going to grow together in an hour and a half. What did the doctor say?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys.
She probably did with an ice pick. All but Imogene's ears turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll find something smaller for you to wear. Now, is this what you're wearing? Are these your costumes? We're all supposed to be in our costumes today.
I can't find my halo. My mom doesn't have any white sheets. Can I wear a sheet with balloons on it?
I don't have a costume. I was never a shepherd before. You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do. He hasn't got a bathrobe. Then what does he hang around the house in? His underwear.
Well, let's pretend like we're wearing our costumes, all right?
Are we going through the whole thing?
Yes, of course. But first I want to work on our entrances. So everybody go where you're supposed to be, and we'll start with the shepherds. Can you boys pick up these benches for us? Take them off. David? Oh, thank you. Just start with the last one.
And there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Music and... Oh! Shepherds!
And an angel of the Lord...
Shut down! Out of the
No.
night.
No. No. Go ahead.
A multitude of heavenly hosts.
Music and angels. Music and wise men.
I've got the baby here. Don't touch him. I named him Jesus.
No. You don't say anything. Nobody said
Let
anything.
go. Give it back.
Just make a pretty picture for us to look at. Well, we think about Christmas and what it really means. Now, please put the baby down.
I don't get to say anything. Some angel tells me what to say. I would have named him Bill.
What a terrible thing to say!
Which angel was that? There's angels all over the place. Was that Gladys?
No. Gladys brings the good news to the shepherds.
Yeah! Unto you a child is born!
To me, not them. I'm the one that had the baby.
No. What she means is that Jesus belongs to all of us. Unto all of us, a child is born.
What'd that angel do? Just walk up and say, name the baby Jesus?
Yes.
I know what the angel said. She said his name shall be Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
My gosh, he'd never get out of the first grade if he had to write all that.
Why'd you have to say that? We'll never get out of here.
I gotta get a drink.
This is boring.
Do all this. Mrs. Bradley, should I start over?
5 minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes.
5 minutes! We never did start over, and we never did go through the whole thing. The 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes, and Imogene Herdman spent the whole time smoking cigars in the ladies' room. Then Mrs. McCarthy went into the ladies' room and saw all the smoke, and called the fire department, and they came right away. Run for your lives! Help! Oh, my father's gonna be so upset. Oh, my. for a fire to put out. But the only one they found was in the kitchen. All the applesauce cake burned up. Of course, all the ladies were mad about this. And Mrs. McCarthy was mad, and my mother was mad.
Why in the world did you call the fire department about a little bit of smoke?
It was a lot of smoke. The ladies' room was full of thick smoke.
Oh, it couldn't have been. You got excited, and now look. We've got firemen running through the building, baby angels out crying in the street, shepherds climbing all over the fire truck and half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it was cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was cigar smoke. I didn't expect to find cigar smoke in the ladies' room of the church.
Reverend Hopkins was mad too, and the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad, especially Reverend Hopkins. He said he didn't know what to think.
Grace, I don't know what to think. Some people say they started the kitchen on fire. Some people say they started the ladies' room on fire. Vera Wendelkin says all they talk about is underwear and sex.
That was Hobie Clark talking about underwear, and they didn't set anything on fire. The only fire was in the kitchen where the applesauce cakes burned up.
Well, the whole church is in an uproar. I don't know. Jesus said, suffer the little children to come unto me, but I'm not sure he meant the herdmans. Grace, don't you think we should cancel the pageant?
Oh, I suppose that was Edna McCarthy's idea.
Well, you know, we could blame it on the fire. It'd make a very good excuse.
And that was probably Helen Armstrong's idea.
Well, I think that this whole thing is going to be a great big...
A disaster? Well, you're wrong. This is going to be the best Christmas pageant ever.
Well, Grace, I don't think anyone's going to come.
I didn't think so either, and neither did Charlie, but we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, the church was jammed full. Everybody came to see what the Herdmans would do.
Wait till I get the lights. Watch where you're going.
See where I'm going. I don't know what in the world you expect me to do with this thing.
Well, I was hoping it would look like a palm tree, but I guess it doesn't. Oh, goodness, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We've never once gone through the whole thing. The Herdmans still think it's some kind of a spy story. You know, it may be the first pageant in history of the church where Joseph gets in a fight with the wise men and Mary runs off with the baby. Where are the kids?
All the kids in the world are down in the basement putting on bed sheets.
Who are our kids?
We're here.
Oh, good. Get your costumes on. It's getting late.
It's going to be awful, you know. They look like trick-or-treaters. All dirty and fastened together with safety pins and wearing their moldy old sneakers. Mary and Joseph, I mean. They look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were. Mary and Joseph, they were refugees in a way. They were a long way from home, and they didn't have any place to stay, and they didn't know anybody. They're probably cold and hungry, tired, messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they're sure messy.
Oh, do you think maybe I should...
I think you worry too much. Now, I've got to push baby angels out on stage, and I've got to collect shepherd's crooks and then push them out on stage. When do I do all that?
Oh, just follow this script.
Hey, baby angels, shepherds, wise men. Hon, it doesn't seem to say here where the fire engines come in. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Is everybody here? Kids, could you come out on stage? Come on out and sit down. I want to take a look at you. Gladys, where's your halo?
Our cat buried it.
Oh. Well, maybe we can find something else.
Listen, I think I ought to say something besides the baby cake. Why would they all get up and tear off after some baby they don't even know? I ought to tell them it's Jesus. I ought to tell them where he is.
Oh, Gladys, you just say, unto you a child is born, and that's all you say. Now, everybody, let's go backstage and try to be really quiet while people are coming, and good luck.
Mrs. Bradley, actors don't say good luck. Actors say, break a leg. Break a leg!
No, children, please, children, please, stop. Go backstage. Oh. Imogene, try and remember that this is a baby. And for tonight, anyway, this is baby Jesus. Lullaby, lullaby, my little one. Lullaby, my child so dear. Thy precious life has just begun, and thy mother holds thee dear. While Joseph watches through the night, a star reflects thy light. Lullaby, lullaby, my little one. Lullaby, my child so dear.
Town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark streets shine the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. In the days of Caesar Augustus, a decree went out that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went into Bethlehem with Mary his wife, who was great with child. And in that region they brought forth their firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. Away in a manger, no crib for his bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the heaven looked down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. Oh, what's she doing with that baby? I don't think it's very nice for baby Jesus as if he had colic. Well, he could have had colic, just like any other baby. I don't care. It looks awful, and they look awful. So what? They just came a long way, and now they're tired, and they don't have any place to sleep. And they've got a new baby to worry about. Who, Ralph and Imogene? No, Mary and Joseph. And in that region there are shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground, the angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. Fear not, said he, for mighty dread hath seized their troubled minds. Glad tidings of great joy I bring to you and all mankind. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. torch all round about them, and they were sore afraid. When an angel of the Lord appeared to them and said, Hey! Hey! Unto you a child is born. It's Jesus and he's in the barn. Go see him. Go on, he's over there. Go on. And suddenly there was a multitude of heavenly hosts, saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. When Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bringing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse so far. Field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. What's that Leroy's got? It's a ham. A ham? I'll bet they stole it. No, I think it's the ham from their welfare basket. You mean it's their own ham? Then they must hate ham. Well, even if they hate ham, Alice, it's the only thing they've given away in their whole lives. Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed another way. The shepherds also departed, thanking God for all that they had seen and heard. And Mary took these things and pondered them in her heart. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Beth, look, Mary's crying. Mrs. Bradley, Mary's crying.
Could you believe that was Imogene Herdman and all the rest of them? Irma, this was the best Christmas pageant we ever had. And I'm not sure why, but I think it was because of them. Could that be?
Oh, I always get teary-eyed at the pageant. I guess it's the children and the carols and all. But you're right. This was the best one. And it was supposed to be the worst.
Well, there was just something, I don't know, different.
Well, the angel of the Lord was certainly different.
Yes, but you know, I liked that. It had lots of spirit. Sometimes you can't even hear the angel of the Lord. I must find Grace and tell her.
Oh, you know, Edna, now I just wish I let them use Eugene as the baby Jesus.
Why, Irma, who was the baby Jesus?
Oh, it was a doll.
Oh, no, that was no doll.
Oh, well, it did seem real.
It did seem real, as if it might have happened just that way. We all thought the Christmas story was about Jesus, but that was only part of it. It was about a new baby and his mother and father who were in a whole lot of trouble. No money, no place to go, no doctor, no one they knew. And then, arriving from the east, like my uncle from New Jersey, some rich friends. Because of the Herdmans, it was a whole new Christmas story. Imogene burping the baby, and the wise men bringing such a sensible present. After all, we couldn't eat frankincense. And even Gladys, he's in the barn, go see him. So the shepherds didn't have to stumble all over the country countryside. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, the Christmas pageant turned out to be all wonder and mystery, as if she'd just caught on to what Christmas was all about. When it was over, we had a party in the basement, but the Herdmans didn't stay. They didn't have any cocoa, and they didn't walk off with all the cookies. And they didn't even take their candy canes.
Well, I guess that's about it. Are there any kids left downstairs?
Nope, they're all gone. You got your bathrobe on. Are you wearing that?
Why not? Maybe someone will think I was a shepherd. I wouldn't mind being taken for a shepherd in this Christmas pageant.
Yes, you would. Some fat lady came up and hugged me just because I was a shepherd. Should I bring this ham?
It's the Herdman's ham from their welfare basket. They wouldn't take it back. Leroy said it's a present. You don't take back a present.
Leroy said that. They must take ham.
You and Alice Wendelkin.
What about the lights?
They're on the timer. They'll go off at midnight.
That's not far away. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas, Beth.
It's almost Christmas, Charlie.
And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Jesus.